everyone, my name is Tommy.
And I'm PJ.
And welcome back to the episodic anime. Now, today we're doing another episode on Chainsaw Man. PJ, how'd you feel about episode 2?
Dude, what a banger. Absolute banger.
We introduced a few new characters.
Yeah, and I gotta say, I am absolutely liking the guy in the suit. Gotta learn names, let me tell you.
Aki.
Aki? Yeah, Aki, by far, favorite character.
Well, in this episode, they introduced Aki and Power. I can say, besides Denji, these two are also my favorite characters. There's one more character that I really do like, but she has not been shown yet. All right, I'm going to propose a question for you. If you could go back to when you were 7 and have a snowfall fight with all your friends and family, would you take it up? Out of pocket, yes, I know. Don't worry about it. You wouldn't take it up?
No.
Snowball fights. You just hate snowball fights?
No, I hated them as a kid because literally everybody in my family was like, let's beat the shit out of PJ with snow. And I go, I don't like this.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. All right. Well, how do you like them now?
100% way better.
Well, that is the random out-of-pocket question that has nothing to do with the show. Anyway, let's get on to the show, shall we?
Okay, completely random, but I guess.
Yeah, random. You know what, PJ? You predicted last episode that this man will get breakfast.
And he got breakfast.
He got breakfast. He got dinner and breakfast. You predicted it, and you called it. And then you also predicted that they would fight another devil. And, you know, he did that.
I basically just predicted the show.
Anyway, the episode, they start off, they go get dinner because it was like the sun was setting when they were eating. And, Denji started talking to Makima because, Denji wants to know more about Makima. And he asked her if she had a type. PJ, do you know what type she is?
Yeah, it's his type.
Yeah, it's a Denji type, which
Yeah.
then had one of the best lines I've heard in a while, where she goes, "Yo, that's me." Or he says, "Dude, that's me."
That's me.
Dude, that's me.
Anyway, she also announced that she doubled down on the fact that Denji is her dog. And then she said, "Do not say no or anything a dog wouldn't do. Just obey." Yeah, that's not ominous anyway. Next thing they do is they go to the Devil Hunters Association, where they give him a suit. And now Denji is in his classic outfit that he wears for the entire show.
Are you kidding me? I was really hoping he just wore a suit jacket. That was it.
Oh, the trench coat? Yeah, that was pretty cool. But no, they don't do that. Here they introduced Aki, and Aki gets to go on a run with our boy Denji. And as they're going, Aki takes him into an alleyway, and he says, "Listen, man, I'm going to beat the shit out of you so that way you quit and you don't join." And Denji replied with, "No, it's nuts or nothing." And then repeatedly hit this man in his nuts.
Dude, he fights so dirty. It's awesome.
And then Aki fought back, and then Denji still retaliated by hitting him in the nuts. And which leads to another great line of dialogue where Aki's on the floor and he goes, "Man, you really weren't lying. You only hit me in my balls." And they went back to Makima and said, "We got attacked by a testicle devil."
Yeah. Which was a complete lie. He's lying to you.
Yeah, he's lying. So that's the introduction to Aki. Oh, and on top of all that, Denji now has to live with the guy.
I like the fact that he immediately goes in, eats his food, and he lays out every single jar of jam. Goes, 1 piece of toast, 5 different jams, and cinnamon. Best toast ever.
Yeah, he makes ultimate toast with all sorts of shit on it. And he goes, "Yeah, ultimate toast. This is the stuff." Which I can only imagine wasn't good. And then right after that, they showed a montage of him just ticking off Aki in his own apartment.
I like when he was taking a bath, and the first thing he goes to is slamming the side of the tub, going, "Tap, tap, tap." Or I don't know if he said tap, but...
He was doing something similar to that. He might have been bang, 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 bang.
Oh, yeah, bang, 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 bang.
It was something annoying. It was really cool. They get dispersed on another mission, and they go and they take out something called a fiend. Now, a fiend is interesting because they introduced it because of a certain new character. A fiend is basically when a devil kills a human and then overtakes the corpse, which leads to the new character, Power. Power is a fiend. And in case you couldn't tell, PJ, from the ending scene of this episode, her devil type is the Blood Devil. But before we jump into Power, let's reverse a little bit back to where he goes into that fiend. He has to fight a fiend. Aki asks him to become Chainsaw Man so that way he can know what he's working with. And Denji just decides to decapitate him and make it as little of a bloodbath as possible.
The man, he was like, yeah, when chainsaws get out, it gets really gory, and I didn't want to deal with it. And then he gets his head thrown up against a window going, "We're not here for humane. We're here to kill devils, you absurd monster."
He was just trying to be nice to the guy. Although he wasn't. He was actually, the real reason was to protect porno mags and not get them covered in blood. Because he wanted to take them home. And then that right there makes him realize something. His goal that he was promised Poochie to show and recover and do for him has been accomplished. His goal was to have great breakfast, get out of debt, and hang out with sexy women. And I got to be honest, he did it, And now at this point in his life, he's like, well, I've done all my dreams. Now what? I don't have a goal. And that's when he realizes a new goal is formed. And this goal...
melons!
...is to touch some tits.
Melons!
And then we get introduced to Power. We don't know a lot about her, but I assume that's what probably the next episode's going to be. So yeah, how do you feel about Power?
She's terrifying. Outright, insane.
Power is my favorite character. We've seen Power's power. She has blood. She immediately pops open her wrist, brings her blood out, and forms into a giant, massive hammer and smashes the sea cucumber devil.
Look, what I'm trying to say.
What you don't realize is right there, Power broke the law. You can't kill a devil that's being hunted by other devil hunters because that's stealing their work. We'll cover that in the next episode. Trust me, it comes into hand. Anyway, back to Power. Power's pretty cool. I enjoy Power a lot, and you'll know why whenever they explain a little bit more about her. And Power, because she's such a powerful demon, they are all scared of her, so the other devils stray away from her, so that way, not to be into conflict. And then she smashes this dude, and it goes into a new outro, which I think we get a new outro every episode. Anyway, that was this episode, PJ. Anything to take away from it?
Yeah, I liked how, when he was thinking about why he got paired up with it, and then she's like, all demons run from me. He's like, oh, that was his goal, to make me inactive, useless. That son of a gun played me. And it just turns and there's this huge smile on his face in the most absurd way, and I went, that's why he's my favorite character.
Then in that case, PJ, we come to the next section of the podcast, which is, what do you think will happen next? I kind of gave you a little nugget of insight.
Yeah. I think their group's going to get in a lot of trouble for killing a cucumber. Who's all going to get the blame? 100% her. I feel like the boss is going to show up and go, guys, what the hell?
Oh, Makima?
Makima, yeah. Oh, actually, I predict that he gets more breakfast and kills more devils.
You know what? That's a good prediction, man.
Yep,
That's a good
gotta keep that prediction real.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You know what? When you put it that way, you're right. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, please make sure to check out the next episode. And if you did enjoy this episode, please leave a like. Or if you're watching on Spotify, I guess listening on Spotify, please rate us 5 stars. You don't have to rate us 5 stars. Any rating would be good, but we prefer 5 stars. Either way, thank you for listening yet again. And hopefully, we'll see you in whatever we do next. Bye.
Bye.